If you've done something you regret or something has happened that you wish had not happened and you're wondering what you can do to manifest away all of that bad stuff, well done, you clicked on the right video. You're in the right place, so keep watching to the end because there are a number of things you can do in terms of manifestation and the law of assumption. The most powerful thing you can do is not to get rid of or remove the stuff you regret by manifesting it away, but to manifest so much good stuff that you cherish and appreciate, that it'll be like the bad stuff, the stuff that you regret, doesn't even exist anymore. Like it never even happened. It just doesn't bother you. It doesn't matter. You manifest away the bad stuff, in other words, by manifesting good stuff, and I will explain how to do that. Doesn't matter what the bad stuff is. I don't care if it's an illness, an injury, a broken relationship, a financial crisis, something you did or something someone else did. I don't care what the thing you regret is. Whatever it is that you regret, it already happened in your world. It exists and continues to exist by virtue of your attention to it, by your recognition of it as a quote unquote regretful experience. You have defined it as something you regret, and therefore that is exactly what it is in your world. Here's the thing. Existence is eternal. Nothing that exists is new. We're all made up of the same stuff. Nothing is ever destroyed. Matter, energy, stuff, none of it is ever destroyed. It just transforms and becomes something else. This includes your thoughts. Once you have had a thought, it exists, and existence is forever. Your own experience demonstrates this, especially when it comes to particularly meaningful experiences, whether it happens to be a positive experience or a negative one, whether it happens to be an experience that you cherish and appreciate, or one that you regret and wish had not ever happened, in other words. So what can you do? You can't get rid of regret. You can't get rid of what you perceive of as your past, as something that has already happened. What you can do, though, is forget it. Forget the regret, that is. Just like you forget what you had for lunch 10 years ago. Granted, forgetting something you regret takes some conscious, deliberate effort, but you can do it. You can forget the regret, and you do it by finding something to cherish and appreciate about that thing that happened, because you can't regret something and cherish and appreciate it at the same time. Regret and appreciation are two very different emotions. Finding something you genuinely cherish and appreciate is the good stuff that I was talking about earlier on. That's the stuff you want to manifest rather than trying to remove the bad stuff. Every time you cherish and appreciate something, you are creating good stuff, good thought. You can't regret and appreciate at the same time, so every moment you spend on the good stuff is a moment you don't spend on the bad stuff. Every moment you spend on the good stuff is a moment in which the bad stuff does not exist, does not matter, and has no weight in the sense of bothering you or causing you misery. The other thing you can do is revision. What is revision? Revision means exactly what it sounds like. You revise what you regret by remembering what happened the way you want to remember it, the way you wanted it to happen, rather than the way it actually happened, because the way it actually happened is not the way you want to remember it. All this takes is imagination. Whatever happened, imagine that it happened in the manner you wish it had instead of the way it actually did, and keep replaying the preferred memory in your mind rather than replaying the version of it that you regret that you wish had never happened. So for example, maybe you regret speaking harshly to someone. You were unnecessarily cruel to someone, perhaps. It happens to the best of us. What do you do? Like I said, you can't get rid of regret, but what you can do is forget the regret. You can do that either by finding some way of appreciating that you did your best at the time, even if it wasn't your best moment, or If the memory of it is just impossible for you to appreciate at the moment, find something else to think about that you are genuinely able to appreciate for the time being. And in the meantime, assume that what happened is to your benefit and affirm that you are willing and looking forward to appreciating what happened, to seeing the ways in which the experience helps and benefits you, even if you aren't feeling appreciative of the memory as a helpful and beneficial one just yet. This keeps you open and receptive, and eventually you will come to understand and appreciate everything, all of it. You won't regret a moment of your life, and you won't feel the need to change a thing. That's how you forget the regret you feel about your own bad behavior. Well, how about revision? Can you revise that horrible thing you said or did? Yes, you can. You can revise the event by remembering it the way you want to remember it, right? The way you wish it had happened. So instead of replaying the scene where you were cruel and spoke harshly to that person over and over again in your mind, revise it. Exercise some imagination and see yourself speaking and behaving in the manner you wish you actually had, and let yourself feel the relief. Be proud of the version of you who handled the situation better, the version of you who handled the situation admirably. Revising is a mental exercise. It's internal to you. It doesn't change what happened. It doesn't alter your memory either. What it does is change your perception of what happened. It changes your awareness of past events. It changes your state of being now in the present regarding the past. You can tell you have revised successfully by the way you feel. If you no longer feel regret, if you no longer wish things had happened differently, congratulations, your revision has been successful. Maybe your regret concerns the way someone else treated you rather than the way you behaved towards someone else. Doesn't matter. The options available to you are the same. You can forget the regret, find some way to appreciate what happened, or you can revise the event and practice remembering it the way you wish it had happened until you just feel differently about what happened to you. You no longer resent that person who mistreated you. You no longer feel vulnerable and powerless like a victim. It's about giving yourself the gift of relief in the present moment. You do not have to continue feeling plagued by regret. You deserve better than that. Life is supposed to feel good. Everything that happens to you is helpful and beneficial, whether you are aware of it or not. The question is it your preference to appreciate your experiences even if they are painful? Or would you rather regret your experiences, dwell in your regretful emotions, and feel bad that they ever happened to you in the first place? Would you rather appreciate your life, or would you rather complain about having been born? Whether you appreciate your life or not, whether you make the best of what you have gone through or not, you are here today, now. You are alive, and you are free to choose how you feel about your life moving forward. There are things that you remember and there are things that you forget. You are free to remember things the way you want to remember them, and you are free to forget the rest. It's that simple. Like I said, it's not about changing the past or changing your memories. It's about changing how you feel now regarding the past and your memories of it. Thanks for watching. If you find this helpful, please hit like, share the video with someone you know who might also find it helpful. Let me know if you have any comments or suggestions, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my content. Remember that anything is possible for you as long as you truly want it. And that's it for now. See you next time. Ciao!